We are live. It's Chris Igoe Home Group, powered by Remax Direct. It is Friday. Got to get my GSD mode hat on, representing Joshua Smith 90-Day Mastery. But boom, we're live. Yeah, it's Chris Igoe. It is Get Some Friday. It is the 17th of January. We are 17 days into the new year. So what does your business look like? What does your life look like? Have you done all the things? Is your 2020 vision still intact? Are you creating momentum? Are you doing all the things? Because I sure as shit know that I am. Now, what's up? We're doing big things. Pop! This is what happens when I go to Wawa and I drink my own homemade brew of 2 shots of espresso and Wawa coffee. Whoever told you gas station coffee isn't the best, they lied to you. What's up, Eric? Hey, if you guys are new to if you're new to this platform, well, first of all, if you're on YouTube, welcome, thank you. Hit the bell, tell your friends. We're looking to help as many people as possible, and the best way for me to do that is to scale on YouTube. So if you are some of the old school crew on Facebook, I love you guys too. But if you would, to help support me, please join on the YouTube platform. Click the link above, and we're going to do big things over there. Tell your friends, hit the bell, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-d. So I have uploaded 100 of the most recent expired and canceled listings into, so my process is simple. I use Vulcan 7 data. I upload that into the Mojo dialer. I do that because Mojo has a triple line dialer function that allows me to work through a list fairly quickly. So anything I can do to maximize my efficacy and help me save time, I'm a huge fan of. So that is what I do. All right. Now, without any further ado, just quick update in terms of mindset. So when I go into these phone calls, I have a personal belief that I have a fiduciary responsibility to connect with these home sellers whose agent has failed them. These are people who have hired someone else to go out there, help them sell their home, and move them and transition them into the next phase of their life. And they failed them, right? So these sellers are going to be a little bit salty. They're going to be a little bit upset. They're going to be a little bit crestfallen. They may have, they could be anywhere in the process, but they're usually pissed off. To make that even worse, they're getting bombarded by every other agent on the planet right now. So this pass today, and what you're going to see me doing here, it's the first pass of the daily expireds. This is not me connecting with older expireds or older canceleds. This is the daily expireds and cancels. So part of that is I want to, yeah, a little bit salty. I want to be one of the first people to connect on a daily basis. Now it's 9:10 right now, which means I have missed that window. That's okay. There's no bad time to call, frankly. So let's just have at it. So again, mindset wise, I've got a fiduciary responsibility to connect with these people, to get them what they want. There's nobody out there who's going to do it better than me. And so with that, I'm able to push a little bit more aggressively, because I know that I have what they want. I just have to make sure that they know that I have what they want. So, all right, we are about to, oops. Select all, power dialer, entire lists. Call this list from top to bottom. I filter out anything under 300,000. I don't particularly want that inventory. Start power dialer. Okay, so of 96 records that were uploaded into the Vulcan 7 system, or into the Mojo system, 23 are going to be filtered out, which leaves me 73 to call, and I'm going to just call them right now. Now, again, it's 9 o'clock. These people have been pounded, and that's okay, because we're going to make hay while the sun is shining. Do you do SMS marketing? Text message marketing? No, I do not mass text. I will text people. And just to be clear, so I'm streaming this on YouTube. I'm streaming this on Facebook simultaneously. If you have questions on, yes, thank you. Thank you for the comment on YouTube. But if you have questions, as we do, no matter where you are, if you have questions, leave them in the message box. I'll respond to them in real time if I can. If not, I'll get back to them. And if you will send me a private message, then I'll get back to it or I'll answer it when I have time. I'm not referring to mass text. I don't know what you're referring to, Alex, but send me a private message and I'll be sure to answer it. 792-8502.
Your touchtone phone. Please enter your PIN number.
PIN number, let's go.
You are now logged into the Moto Dialer. Please press the start button on your screen to begin calling.
Yeah, baby, let's go. 73 records to call. We're doing big things. Oh, I need a pen.
Hi there, you have reached the Skelly. Please leave a message. We'll get back to you as soon as we can. Thanks for calling.
Hello, this is Chris Igoe with Remax. I'm giving you a call. I noticed your property listing had expired in the MLS. I was curious how on earth the property did not sell. We specialize in selling properties just like yours in Northwood. We've sold 15,000 homes since 2008. We're averaging one a day. We've got active shoppers looking for properties similar to yours in West Palm Beach. I would love an opportunity to bend your ear in relation to actually getting it sold. If you would, please give me a call back. My direct number is 561-516-2442. Again, 561-516-2442. Thank you. So I will leave a voicemail for someone when I know it's the actual home seller or the seller on the record. If I don't know that, I don't leave a voicemail. Thank you, Alex. There was something else I had in mind to say. I don't remember what it is. Oh, yeah, I do remember what it is if I haven't said this yet. Hello.
Please leave your message for 954.
Where was I? Yeah, so we constantly have buyers that we are working with from around the country and around the world. We help them buy homes in South Florida. So if you or anyone you know or any of your clients is ever thinking about moving to South Florida, we would love to help, and we would love to pay you a FAT commission, a FAT referral for that privilege. We'll take amazing care of them. We'll get them exactly what they want. We'll get them the best deal possible. But again, if that's something that we can help with, we would absolutely love to. So send us your referrals. We work Jupiter all the way down to Miami and everything in between.
Thanks for calling. Please leave your message.
I will not do that. I will not leave a message. So Boca, Delray, Boynton, Coral Springs, Parkland, Lake Worth, Boynton Beach. Did I say that? Jupiter, Hypoluxo, Pompano Beach, Fort Lauderdale, and a partridge in a pear tree. Hello, this is Chris Igoe with Remax. I record my calls for training purposes. My records indicate that your property was canceled in the MLS. How on earth did the property not sell?
What property are you talking about?
Are you the owner of Dumo Circle in Boynton Beach? Is that you?
No.
I got the wrong number. Sorry about that. Hey, do you know anybody out there thinking about buying or selling real estate that I might be able to help?
No, I don't know.
No, okay. Are you thinking about moving ever? Have you ever been in a Turkish prison? Ever seen the inside of a cockpit? All right. Delicious.
Emergency dental.
There you go. Alex buys, you got to have thick skin in every business, not just this business, which brings up the point. So somebody yesterday said to me, you're using a fearless agent script. And yeah, no shit. So, but I'm not just using, so I would encourage everybody out there who's on the phones. I've got a lot of my material that's saved in the file section, but I use everybody's stuff, right? And so should you. So when you find a pitch that you like, use it. Hello, this is Chris Igoe with Remax. I record my calls for training purposes. I noticed your property listing had expired in the MLS.
You record your phone for property. What did you say? What did you say? You record it for what purpose?
For training purposes, yeah, so I can get better in the future.
What if I don't want you to record it? Why
Oh, then we'll hang up right now. Would you prefer to do that? Okay.
Yeah,
Very good. God bless. Good luck. So over the years, if you're familiar with me, you've already heard the story. If you don't know who I am, then here's a little bit of my background, right? So I was a stockbroker for 18 years. I was trained under Hello, this is Chris Igoe with, can you hear me?
I've already signed with a new realtor.
Oh, great. Who'd you go with?
With Tony.
Tony.
I went with Exit.
Tony Baloney.
Really nicer.
Oh, no, they're terrible.
Tony Campanelli.
Never heard of them. Hey, let me ask you this real quick. It looks like you were on the market for 170 days. Did you have any offers while you were listed?
Yeah, I had an offer of a flipper who was working with my realtor.
Okay, and it just wasn't high enough?
And then that's Chet Carroll.
Yeah.
One of his people.
Yeah.
And they only came to the house like 6 times. So I picked somebody whose main background is marketing.
Okay. Well, then you're going to love me. So let me ask you this real quick. I know you mentioned
No, I've already signed.
I totally appreciate what you're saying, but let me ask you this. I believe your full loyalty is not necessarily to anybody other than your bottom line. And if you knew absolutely for certain that by doing business with me, 2 things would happen. 1, your home would sell. 2, you'd end up with significantly more money, bottom line, than you could get any other way. I know that's a big promise, but would you at least want to hear more about it? Be honest. Oh, let's call her back. You can do anything you want to do, lady. Like hire me right now when I call you back. All right, redial. Hey, it's Chris Igoe again. You just hung up on me. Real quick in closing, because
I am sorry. I've already signed a contract.
Don't be sorry. I just want, sometimes you hear new information that warrants new decisions, and there's a reason why I'm pushing as aggressively as I am. Okay. Now you mentioned you hired somebody. Do you have a cancellation policy with them that you're aware of?
Yes.
Okay, so here's why I asked the question, because I believe that your true loyalty lies in your bottom line, not to anybody else, right? So what I would ask you is this in closing. If you knew absolutely for certain that by doing business with me, 2 things would happen. 1, your home would sell. 2, you'd end up with significantly more money, bottom line, than you could get any other way. Now, I know that's a big promise, but would you at least want to hear more about it? Be honest.
No, you all sound the same. Thank you.
Well, there's a difference, okay? First of all, I have a full-time, full-service real estate team that works together to accomplish your real estate goals. I'm top 11 in the state of Florida. I get you 98.2% a list, and I do that in an average of 9 days. I also sold your neighbor's house on 2nd Avenue. So I'm very familiar with the area. I need 15 minutes of your time. Do you have availability for me to lay eyes on the property and see if it's something we believe we can get you multiple offers on and sell fast? Ah, she hung up. All right. You hired somebody, schmired somebody. Alex, now is not the time for that conversation. Now is the time to focus on getting new appointments. So I am going to print this lead, make sure that she gets put on my follow-up sequencing. So what you might have noticed is I was continuously trying to push through that conversation. She hired somebody. It doesn't mean anything to me. Is there a cancellation policy? I need to know that. And is her true allegiance to this other person or to her bottom line? The reason I'm willing to push like that is it's not up in the MLS. So there is a gray area. Is it necessarily ethical? That's up for you to decide. For me, my loyalty is also to my bottom line. So I'm going to scratch, claw, fight, and kill for every opportunity that I can to get in front of somebody, and then I'll let them make the best decision for themselves and their family. But more often than not, they're going to choose me. And if they don't, well, shame on them. All right, let's go. So we are 9 calls deep. We're calling 73. Well, there are 73 records.
Hi, this is Courageous Monica. Please leave a message. Thank you.
I will not do.
Available to answer your phone call right now. Please leave me a short message, and I will get back to you.
I will not leave you a message. I will not do that. I will not do that, maestro. Oh, I see 3 people live on Facebook, on YouTube, which is awesome. So, hello.
This is Leo with Brickell Investment Realty. I'm sorry I'm not able to take your call right now. If you're calling about any of the properties in Palm Beach.
No, I'm not calling to steal your listing, sir. The one that you failed your client on, the one that expired in the MLS.
I've reached 9736722.
Mental note to self, get better blinds. The glare is starting to mess with my eyes. Where's my glasses at? That might help. Hello, this is Chris Igoe with Remax. I record my calls for private purposes. Where's my... Doing big things, getting stuff done. So there are 3 of you out there on YouTube. Thank you for watching. There are 8 of you live on Facebook. Thank you for watching. Hello, this is Chris. Hey, it's Chris Igoe with Remax. I record my calls for trading purposes. I noticed that your property listing was canceled in the end.
No, thank you.
Oh, real quick in closing, it looks like you were on the market for 212 days before you hung up on me. If you would, click the link, join me over on YouTube, hit the bell, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. But I'm looking to build and expand on YouTube.
Been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system.
Because once that algorithm kicks in, I think we can help a heck of a lot more people. Hello, this is Chris Igoe. She hung up. Hey, dirty. Baby, I got your money. Hello.
Automatic voice message. 5.
So where was I at with this? Oh yeah. So in terms of my scripting, my dialogue, hello, this is Chris Igoe with Mom. All right, I'm going to pause this for a second. Well, I'll let it finish this dial and then I'll pause. So yeah, my forwarded through an automatic voice message system. 5, 6. My scripts, my objections, objection handlers, rebuttals, all that stuff is in the file section of the Facebook group. If you are live on YouTube and you want access to that, then shoot me a private message and I'll be happy to send that to you also. All of this content is out there in the ether for free. So if you're looking to improve your scripts, your dialogues, whatever that may be, what I did is I went out there and found everything. So I took the best of the best that I could find. I implemented that into my own language, into my own talk, and created what works best for me. And I think everybody needs to do that for themselves, naturalize all those things within their own brain so they can spit fire when somebody comes to them with an objection. So I love Fearless Agent. I love Joshua Smith. I love Aaron Wittenstein. I love, what other good scripts are out there? I love Matt Kavanaugh. I love the Boiler Room Bootcamp event that he and I host. We're creating our own platform to teach you even in more refined ways than I do here. Watching me do it's one thing, but watching us scale and create an even bigger presence for you and more content for you that's more valuable to you is great. But I went out there originally and just drew the best of the best things I could find. And there's tons of stuff out there, right? So take those little tidbits, create your own dialogue, and then create your own pitch. Now, I have the benefit of an 18-year career as a stockbroker. So I'm able to implement a lot of generic things that Tom Ferry says and all these other people say and turn that into something that's a heck of a lot more effective, a lot more relevant, a lot more direct, and a hell of a lot faster. So I don't want to go out there and ask everybody, how on earth can I help you today? Although I'm not knocking that method, and I certainly am not knocking Ricky, but I want to be a hell of a lot more effective and pick all that low-hanging fruit. So that's what I do. But Ricky Carruth is great. Who else is great out there? Anybody who's out there and putting themselves out there is probably on some level great because they're trying to give back. Are they the most effective? Probably not. But let's go. We got 16 records down. We got a ton more to crank through. Let's crank through them all.
Edit voice messaging system. 2039.
No. Hello, this is Chris Igoe.
Hello, I'm sorry to miss your call. Please leave a message and I'll get back to you.
I will not be leaving messages today. I will not be leaving messages today. Let's roll.
Hello.
Hello, this is Chris Igoe with Remax. I record my calls for training purposes. I noticed that your property listing was canceled in the MLS. I was curious, how on earth did the property not sell? Bum, 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 she hung up. Carol Hill, what's up, son? We're doing big things. We're getting stuff done. Join me on YouTube. Click the link above. Join me on YouTube. Please hit the bell, like, subscribe, tell your friends. We're going to take over YouTube the same way we took over Facebook. Hello, this is Chris Igoe with RE/MAX. I record my calls for training purposes. I noticed your property listing was canceled in the MLS. I was curious, how on earth did the property not sell?
Well, I did terminate the, okay, let me get your name again. I'm being bombarded. What's your name again, sir?
Oh my gosh, I know you're getting a lot of phone calls. My name is Chris. My last name is Igoe.
Wait a minute, bear with me.
Sure.
I'm a retired financial executive.
Okay.
I wrote millions of mortgages in the Northeast for realtors and their clients, mine.
Awesome.
So I'm very familiar with your industry.
Good.
I terminated the contract with Redfin. The incompetence was overwhelming, particularly for me.
Yeah.
I guess it was just a bad day and bad judgment on my part.
Mm-hmm.
Give me your name, sir.
Sure. My name is Chris.
I have a very bad connection also.
Oh, let me see if you can hear me better now. Can you hear me better now? Sure. Sure. Okay. Yeah. I'm on neither of those places. I'm talking directly into the phone. Can you hear me better now? Super. Okay, great. It looks like you were on the. Yep, I'm with RE/MAX, and just so you know, so we have 6 offices here in South Florida. We've got one right over by you in Boca Raton. So can we take a step back? Because I'm telling you that I'm everywhere you are and everywhere else. So you have some experience in the industry, which is awesome. My question to you is, you were on the market for 35 days before you fired the person. Did you have any offers while you were listed?
No, I did not, sir.
Okay, that's frustrating. Now, okay, well, I'm not going to bore you with anything. Well, that's what. Okay. Well, okay. Let me ask you this then. If you knew absolutely for certain that by doing business with me, 2 things will happen. 1, your property will sell. 2, you'll end up with significantly more money, bottom line, than you could get any other way. Now, I know that's a big promise, but. So it sounds like you just want the property sold, right?
I'm not out to get a little bit less. I want to buy a bigger home here in the area.
Great.
But I'm not looking for more money. I've heard this story so many times.
Okay, well, so just to be clear.
Nobody wants to listen. Everybody wants to talk.
Sounds like you just want to talk right now, and I'm happy to listen. So.
I want to make it fair for the realtor to make a profit. I can move on with my life. I'm not going to overprice this property. It is underpriced, okay?
Here's what I'd like to do if it meets with your approval. I'd like to run an analysis.
If you would just give me your first name, sir.
I've given it to you now 3 times. My name is Chris. I'm going to
have to go.
You can do you can do what you'd like, but real quick in closing, just so you know, we are the last thing I'm going to. Oh, I didn't mean to hang up on her. The last thing I'm going to let her do is be in control of the conversation. So she's trying to punk me on the phone. I'm trying, well, better way of describing it. She's trying to take the power from me in the conversation, and I'm trying to take the power back from her. As soon as you lose control of the conversation's over and you're not getting anywhere. So I'm going to just call her right back. I unfortunately hung up the phone, which I didn't mean to do. And by doing that, it kind of messes up where you're at in the data. So I'm going to see if I can find her here. What was the last dial I made? Thank you, Mike Brown. I appreciate that. So I think a lot of people go into these cold calls and they don't have any plan of attack, right? So they're just out there saying whatever they're saying, and there's no direct line of logic or thought to follow. So when I'm on the phone with them, I will not allow them. There's the perception of a conversation, and of course we are having a conversation, but I'm only going to let them go so far before I smack them in the head, get control of the conversation, and then pet their belly again. Of course, all of this is not, this is theoretical. I'm not really hitting anybody in the head, but I'm not going to let somebody, if you listen to her, she's trying to take control of the conversation. She's a corporate executive. She's done whatever mortgages in the world. She's the greatest thing since sliced cheese in Manhattan, which is great. And I'm sure 100 years ago that might have been relevant, but where I come from, you only get so much time to talk before I take the power back. All right, so let's see. I'm going to have to go now. Okay, you do that. There she is. There she is, Miss America. Let's call her right back. 973. All right, that was weak. She did not answer the phone. All right, let's get back on the horn. Let's start that dial session over again. Today is the, let's see, 1/17/20. So I think one of the things that a lot of people have an issue doing is pushing through that initial resistance. So when somebody gets on the phone with me, there's a couple things I have in mind when I'm talking to them, right? So if somebody gets on the phone with me, I want to mirror and reflect their energy back to them. So I want to sound the same way they do. I want to match them energetically the same way that they match me. So if somebody gets on the phone and they're very aggressive, I'm going to be very aggressive with them. If somebody gets on the phone with me and they're very condescending, I'm going to be very condescending to them. If they sound elitist, I'm just going to match them. My goal is to be a perfect mirror and reflect back to them exactly what they're coming back at me with. And so I'll do that for a little while until there's always going to be a battle for control of the conversation. So when somebody comes at me and they're trying to get control of the conversation and direct what I'm saying, whatever that might be, I'm going to take control. I'm energetically and vocally going to smack them in the mouth, and then I'm going to pet their belly. So they're going to be stunned. And when they're stunned, I'm going to take control of the conversation. I'm going to ask the next question, whatever that might be, and just move right past it. So if I'm able to do that, take the power back, and then shift the conversation energetically into the next phase of the pitch, the next question, whatever it is. And in this case, it's, well, I noticed you were on the market for X amount of days. Did you have any offers while you were listed? That's something that I'm going to do to transition to the next thing. And if they answer that, then we're back in business. We've got another shot to continue to push and show them that we are the real deal. If they can't survive that, then they hang up on you. I don't care, because if they're going to hang up on me at that point, I've just saved myself a ton of time. I want to be in control of the conversation. I have earned the control of the conversation. If they're not willing to adhere to what I want on the phone, they're never going to be a good client. So I'm not afraid of any of that. There's total anonymity in this. There's fearlessness in this, because there's so much data for me to call and for anybody else on the planet to call, that if this phone call isn't the right person, fuck them. Go to the next one. just continue to pound the phone. So if you have a conversation like that, don't even let it, and not that that affected me. I just thought there was an opportunity for me to call her back and get the listing, which she wasn't able to answer the phone. Which whatever, just go next. So it's all in the reps. If you get a phone call like that, make 1,000 more dials and you'll find somebody else. I was talking to another agent yesterday and he's like, I had this great conversation. I thought I was going to land them. It didn't work out. And it totally mangled his energy for the rest of the day. I'm like, dude, how many dials did you make? And he's like, well, I made 40 dials. I'm like, okay, well, make 500 dials. And I promise you, if you continue to do exactly the same thing 500 more times, you're definitely going to find some business out there. But it's in the reps. It's consistency, it's reps, it's practice, and it's not taking any bullshit. So if somebody comes at you and treats you anything less than the real estate professional that you are, then smack them in the head, pet their belly, and then go on to the next thing. Because if they're not willing to do that, they were never going to be a good client anyway. All right. So with all that in mind, call this list from where I last left off. Yes, that's what I'm going to do. Okay. What's up, Rocky? What's up, Slava? What's up, everybody else out there? If you are new, all right. 1-603-792-846-8482. All right, so we're back on the grind. And again, none of this is particularly sexy. It's consistency. It's cranking through the list. It's making thousands of dials. It's building up your tolerance. The last thing that I want is to allow somebody to steal my mojo, to steal my energy. So I've become, somebody said, you got to have thick skin.
Forwarded to an automated voice messaging system. 9.
You do have to have thick skin, but you've got to develop that through reps, right? So the more reps you get in, the better you're going to sound, the more effective you're going to be. And that's what this is, right? So I uploaded 100 records. I'm going to crank through that list. I'm going to create momentum, and that's all winning the day for me. The secret to success is in the consistency of getting these reps in. There is no magic pill. There is no magic special thing. There is no, I don't know. Hello.
Please leave your message for 786.
There are so many bullshit things that people try to push on new realtors, or not just new realtors, just try to push on realtors that are just a complete waste of time and money. Hello, this is Chris Igoe with Remax. Hey, I'm doing good. I record my calls for training purposes. I noticed your property listing had expired in the MLS. I was curious, how on earth did the property not sell? Okay. Double down on yourself. Get more effective on the way you speak, the way you communicate, the way you elocute, the way you're able to handle objections. When somebody says something to you, you got to be, if you blink, you sink. So you've got to be able to go out there.
Yes.
Hello, yes, you got me. It's Chris Igoe with Remax. I record my calls for training purposes. I noticed your property listing was canceled in the MLS.
This is a Children's Home Society cell phone.
Oh my goodness.
Wrong number. Everybody be calling this number for this property. This is a company phone.
I got it. I'm going to take you off the list so you don't get any more phone calls from us, but I do have a question in closing. Do you know anybody else out there thinking about buying or selling real estate that I might be able to help?
No.
I appreciate you thinking about it. Hey, are you thinking about moving ever?
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking for a rental. I'm not looking to buy.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we don't do rentals. All right. Well, I wish you the best. Have a great day. A rental. Hello.
Please leave your message for 954-806-6422.
And we're cranking through the list. All right. So you will notice, all right, I'm 50, 60 dials into this session. These are the expired and cancels. Hello.
Please leave a message. I'll return your call as soon as I can. Thank you.
So just, obvious statement of fact. Yesterday, I uploaded 100 for sale by owner leads into the system. Very quickly set 2 appointments. I think I got 2 or 3 other leads
Forwarded to an automated voice messaging.
For the CRM. So I'm building my database, talking to people who are out there wanting to sell their home. The pickup rate is so.
Good morning, Monk.
Hello, this is Chris Igoe with Remax. And record my calls for training purposes. I noticed your property listing had expired in the MLS. I was curious, how on earth did the property not sell?
I'm sorry. What is it that you're calling about?
I may have the wrong number. Are you the homeowner of Scottsdale Road in West Palm?
This is Romano Law Group.
Oh, okay. Outstanding. Do you know anybody thinking about buying or selling real estate that I might be able to help? Be honest.
No.
Oh.
There's a law office.
I got it. Well, I'm assuming that some of those lawyers own homes. Are you thinking about moving ever?
No.
All right. Would it offend you if I texted you my contact information so that you have it? If there's ever anything in the world I can do to help, you know where to find me.
I can put you through to Elliot's voicemail. He's the COO. If you want to leave him a message, you're welcome to do that.
Oh, okay. That's great.
Okay.
Thanks. Sure. Yeah, I'm not doing that. So anyway, my point here is call for sale by owners. They pick up the phone. They're much more likely to engage you in conversation. Again, I said 2 appointments here. Hello, this is Chris Igoe with Remax. I record my calls for training purposes. I noticed your property listing was canceled in the MLS. I was curious. All right.
Yes.
Hey, it's Chris Igoe with Remax. I record my calls for training purposes. I noticed your property listing had expired in the MLS. I was curious, how on earth did the property not sell?
Well, I don't have property to sell.
Oh, okay.
But I would like to offer my services as general contractor to you. I repair homes and foreclosed homes. I don't know if you need any help like that.
Yeah, we're always looking for help like that. So, so just to be clear, you're not the homeowner of Fifth Avenue in Delray?
No, who's ever putting me on that list, I must get 6 calls a day.
Oh, wow. Okay. So I'm going to take you off the list so you don't get any phone calls there. All right. And let me ask you, are you thinking about
save my number if you need closing work done, like things are out of code enforcement or whatever. I correct all that stuff.
Yeah, I got your name. What's your name?
We also remodeled entire homes. John Rogers.
Okay, so they do have the right name, but they don't have the right data underneath that, which is kind of crazy. Did you ever own the home? No, never. We own property in Delray Beach, but it's not for sale at the moment. Got it.
Pineapple Grove Village.
Oh, okay. Are you thinking about moving ever?
Well, if it gets full of any more New Yorkers, we will. They're destroying the frickin' place,
Well, I got bad news for you, my man. With the tax rates in New York versus what's going on down here, we're just getting infiltrated. So you just
oh yeah.
The invasion is on, my friend.
I'm actually working on a piece of property in Huntsville, Alabama right now. We're out of town working on a giant house.
Yeah.
Just got sold.
Mm-hmm.
So we're doing all the repairs here to bring it up to code, pass the inspection.
Okay.
And we'll be back in South Florida in about a week or so.
Cool. So here's what I'm going to do. I'll save your number. I'm going to do one better. I'm going to text you my contact information. If you would, please save it in your phone. If there's ever anything that I can do to help you or anybody you know, then feel free to pass it on, and I'll do the same. All right?
Excellent.
Okay. Hey, listen, have a great day.
What's your name again?
My name is Chris.
Chris, okay.
You got it, John.
John
All right.
Rogers.
Bye.
All right, I'll look for it.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye now.
I will print his lead because you never know. Why not? Lead sheet. So if I'm talking about like when am I going to be the most effective for the daily expireds, the reality of that is I want to be one of the first people to connect with them on the daily expireds, right? So I like to be early. I like to be often. Not to say you can't call at 9 o'clock, which is when I started this session. You can. People pick up whenever they pick up. So I always want to get those reps in. And for me, my process also looks like when I call them or leave a message or whatever it is, if I do connect with them and they do hear my name and then they do get my expired letter and they do get curious, they may Google me and then then it's a wrap. But I want to plant as many seeds as possible. I want to create momentum. There's never a bad time to call, but in terms of really efficacy, you want to be early or you want to be, even with the daily expireds, the two windows I'd want to be at are somewhere between, and again, just to be clear, you're not allowed to call before 8 o'clock. However, if you choose to call before 8 o'clock, I would want to be somewhere between 7, maybe 7:30-ish. And then there's that 2-hour window where you're the most likely to be one of the first. Now, in my market, there's a ton of agents. This is a huge market. So I know that at 8 o'clock, they've already been pounded. They've probably started to get pounded at 7:30. By 9 o'clock, they're very unlikely to answer the phone now or be receptive. I still do the reps because you never know. However, my bias would be to start early and then conversely start late. The second dial session be a little bit later. So what does that look like? Typically when people get home from work, they're a little bit more receptive. So somewhere in the neighborhood of 6, I'd say 6 to 9 is a phenomenal time to connect on the phone. But again, probably less effective with the daily expireds. You're going to do better with the little bit older expired. So maybe a month older, a couple weeks older. That's a really good time to get on the phone. Also weekends. People think that like, oh, I can't call on Saturday. That's horseshit. Saturday is one of the best times to get on the phone. People are home. They're more receptive. And that's it. 10 o'clock. But the Golden Goose, hello. Hey, it's Chris Igoe with Remax. I record my calls for training purposes. I noticed your property listing had expired in the MLS. I was curious.
It has been relisted.
Oh, okay. Who'd you go with?
Okay.
Yeah, who'd you go
Sorry.
with? No, it's okay. That dog's barking like crazy.
Honestly, that's my son, and I think it's Disney Realty.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know the agent that he's using.
Got it. All right. Well, hey, listen, I appreciate your time.
Okay.
Bye.
Okay. Well, you can still sell it, though.
Oh, okay, good. Thanks. I'll get right on that.
Please
Hello.
leave your message for 56130533665.
I'm not leaving a message. So again, cranking through the list. What's up, Pam? Do I call DNCs? Well, as you can tell, I am live on Facebook and I'm live on YouTube, and I would never advise anybody to break any laws. So no, I would not advise anybody to break a do not call list. You must follow the rules. Govern yourself accordingly. Now, that being said, I'm just cranking through the list. Nothing particularly exciting or sexy about this. Just getting the reps in, creating the momentum. But it's painfully obvious to me and anybody else who's paying attention that the contact rate is so much lower with expireds and cancels that why wouldn't you just spend your time calling FSBOs only? FSBOs, for the most part, answer the phone because we know they want to sell their home. So I am a huge fan of dialing FSBOs. Pam, if you would please hit the link, subscribe to my YouTube channel. We're doing big things over there. We're looking to level up on that platform and help more people get better on the phone. So if you are on the Facebook group, humor me, please join me on YouTube and tell as many people as you know that you think might benefit from the content, because that is the direction we're looking to go. YouTube 2020, baby. Real estate cold calls YT with Igoe. All right. Cranking through the list. Yesterday I set a Zoom conference call for a listing appointment. Had about an hour and a half Zoom conference call. I did not record it, which was stupid. I forgot to record it. I forgot to ask to record it. And like 15 minutes into the session, I'm like, I should have asked to record this.
Your recording has reached the maximum length. To replay your message, press 1. To delete and re-record your message, press 3. For delivery options, press 4. To send a fax, press 6. To cancel, your message has been deleted. Please re-record your message at the tone.
What the fuck? All right, so I don't know what just happened there. The dialer. What's up, Jesse Levy? Doing big things. I don't know what happened with the dialer there, so I'm going to get out, re-log in. Total records to be sent. So they're telling me there's 26 records I haven't called. Let's just, sometimes the technology gets glitchy. Jesse, like, subscribe, and join the YouTube platform and tell all your friends. Please, same with you, Kyle. I'd appreciate that. We're looking to do big things on YouTube. But in the interim, let me get back on the dialer. Sometimes the technology gets glitchy. So I don't know what happened there. On my end, it looked like it was still dialing. My phone's telling me that it was leaving a recording. A voicemail recording. I don't really know what happened, but hopefully my freestyle to you did not get recorded to them. And if it did, well, that's good too. Because nobody's listening to voicemails anyway.
Please enter your You have into the Mojo Dollar. Please press the start button on your screen to begin calling.
You got it, sister. We're clicking the button. All right. So according to these stats, which I don't think are accurate, we're 82 dials deep. There's 26 records to call.
You have reached area code.
I am unfortunately unable to help you at this juncture. All right, so we're just cranking through the list. 26 records to call. I have a awards luncheon today for Remax Direct. So the top 10 producers are going out for a fancy lunch for a fancy man.
Hi, and thank you for calling Dede with American Yacht Agents.
For a mastermind. Actually, I don't know that it's a mastermind. I'm going to turn it into a mastermind.
Reached fixed auto care.
I'm kind of excited because I don't really see most of these people all the time, so I'm hoping it will be fun.
914.
Ayana, how are you? Da, 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 dee, dee. If you haven't liked and subscribed and hit the bell over on YouTube, please do that now. And I will love you forever. Thank you. All right. So again, hello, this is Chris Igoe with Remax. I record my calls for training purposes. Who the fuck off? Who the fuck talks to people like that on the phone? Put your guns back in your holster, buddy. Kiss your mother with that mouth. I noticed your property listing was canceled. All right. I'm going to go ahead and delete that one. Who the fuck is this? So there's a primetime example of how I will mirror and reflect exactly the same language and tone that somebody attacks me with. So I am a huge proponent of preserving your energy. So I'm not going to allow somebody to infiltrate or penetrate my mojo, right? Hello.
We are not available now.
And I think that's critical to success on the phone, right? So you're there, you're focused, you're in the zone, you know what to say, you're ready to elocute on your value proposition, you're fired up, you're ready to go, and you pick up the phone, you say hello, they say go fuck yourself, and all of a sudden you're withering underneath the desk and you don't know what to do next. Let me tell you what to do next. Just deflect that shit. It doesn't faze me at all. Now, I do have...
Hi, you reached Lucie, but I'm unavailable.
I have an 18-year career as a retail stockbroker on the phone, so I've been told to fuck off so many times that it doesn't even do anything to me. In fact, I probably don't even get started until somebody does tell me to fuck off. I need that to get fired up. But it's critical that you learn to be look, those calls are coming.
Yeah, set up on Roy McLeod. Sorry to pick up, but just leave me your name, number, and a message, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can.
When I know it's the person, I'll leave a message. Send me a message. And then I'm going to talk about preserving your energy because it's very, very critical to success in sales. Hello, this is Chris Igoe with Remax. I'm giving you a call. I noticed your property listing had expired in the MLS. I was curious how on earth the property did not sell. We specialize in selling properties just like yours in the acreage. We've sold 15,000 homes since 2008. We're averaging one a day. We've got active shoppers looking for properties similar to yours in West Palm Beach. I would love an opportunity to bend your ear in relation to actually getting it sold. If you would, please give me a call back. My direct number is 561-516-2442. Again, 561-516-2442. Thank you. All righty. We're getting towards the end of this list, cranking through 100. So let me just pause this for a second because this is critical. All right, so I'm calling 100 records today. They're the daily expireds. I'm not calling at the most opportune time because I started at 9. The real dialers probably started at 7 or 7:30. Obviously, you can't call till 8, so you know that. But that being said, I want to be the first one to connect with these people on a daily basis. Now, if you're not, it's okay. But no, the punches are coming. Like these people, they've been on the market. They hate real estate agents. Their agent didn't sell the home that they promised them they were going to get them all this money. They promised them it was going to be painless. They promised them, they overpromised, they underdelivered, and these people are pissed off. Most of them, not all of them, but for the most part, they're not happy with realtors in general. So you're going to get on the phone. They're going to smack you in the mouth. And if you can't take that smack and then smack them back and then lead them to the next part of the conversation, you're going to lose every time. So it becomes critical that you practice those. Well, first of all, it's critical that you get those reps in. But just know, everybody gets punched in the mouth. It's not a big deal. You just have to learn to keep pushing. So somebody hangs up on you, go next. The whole mantra that I have when I'm doing these things is go next. You're on the phone, fuck off, go next, fuck off, go next, fuck off, go next, fuck off, go next. Doesn't matter. Keep pushing. Eventually, you're going to get somebody on the phone who is reality-based. They're going to be thankful that you called them. They're going to be a ready, willing, and able and motivated seller. And if you're a quivering mess because you're not able to deal with the punches, then you're never going to get the business. But know that there are people out there that will, and me specifically, but you can create the toughness around that by simply putting the reps in. What's up, Candace? What's up, Dennis? Hey, do me a favor, please. On this post, there is a link to YouTube. Please click that link. Please join my YouTube channel, Real Estate Cold Calls YouTube. We're taking over. We're building that platform up. That's the preferred place for you, for me at least. I would beg you to do that. I love the Facebook group. I'm going to continue to broadcast there, but I can help more people on YouTube because it will scale bigger, faster, stronger, all that good stuff. All right, so there's how many records? There are, I don't know, about 10 more records to call for today. This is the Daily 100, expired and cancels. Hello, this
Please
is...
leave your message for 615.
I'm not leaving messages.
Voice message system
I'm
25.
not leaving messages. So again, we've got a fiduciary responsibility to connect with these home sellers whose agent has failed them. Hello, this is Chris Igoe. Can you hear me? Hello? The subtle voicemail. Bum, 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 bum. All right, we're down to the last 5 dials. Hello.
Please leave your message for...
It's 10 o'clock. People aren't answering.
Hello.
Hello, this is Chris.
Hello.
Hey, it's Chris Igoe with Remax. I record my calls for training purposes. I noticed your property listing was canceled in the MLS. I was curious if that was him or his voicemail, but he hung up. He hung up. All right, so what will be very interesting at the end of this session, which again is 5 dials away,
But the person you call has a voicemail box.
will be the efficacy rates of the dialing sessions. So yesterday I got 22% pickup because I was calling for sale by owners. Call FSBOs, they answer. I don't know that they're receptive, but they're more receptive to a conversation than the daily expireds. The daily expireds are the low-hanging fruit. So I like to call them because if you are one of the first people in your market to connect with them, they're likely going to be the most motivated, the most ready, and you're going to get that rep in. So that's why I do it every day. I like to do it early. I like to do it often. But in terms of, why has this frozen? All right, well, that's the end of the dial session. But just to put it in perspective, yesterday on the FSBO 100, set 2 appointments, got a bunch of contacts for the database. It was a very effective session. Today's dialing session is definitely not going to look like that, but I will share the results right now. We had a couple conversations, but no appointments, no leads. Still vital to the process. So I'm not saying don't do it. It's important work. So I made 141 dials. I had 10 contacts, which is 7%. So yesterday, if I remember correctly, and again, the stats are on yesterday's post on both platforms, so you can check it out yourself if you like. But yesterday, I think I did 80 or 90 dials. I think I had 22% contact rate, 2 appointments, 4 or 5 leads, versus today, 141 dials, 10 contacts, which is 7%. Industry average is about 10%, so I'm under the industry average. And there was a total of, what was there a total of? There should be a total of talk time. So of that, it looks like there was 23 minutes of talk time, which is pretty low. So that's it, right? It's not sexy. It's not special. It's consistency. It's going out there. It's creating momentum in your business. And that's it. So go out there, win the day. If there's any questions you have, send them to me. If there's anything I can do to help, feel free to reach out. And again, most importantly, we are constantly helping people move to South Florida. So if you or your clients or anyone you know, anywhere around the world, nationally, internationally, whatever it is looking to buy a home in South Florida, we would love to help. And we service all of South Florida, from Jupiter all the way down to Miami and every place in between. So if that's something that you're interested in learning more about, send them to us. We will pay you a FAT referral. We will take great care of them. We'll get them what they want. We'll get them the best deal possible. And then the interim, you and I will both get paid. So go out there, get some. If there's anything I can do to help, you know where to find me. And again, join me on YouTube. So click the link, like, subscribe, hit the bell, all that good stuff. And if you're on YouTube right now, thank you. Tell a friend. Go out there, get some, win the day, win the week, win the quarter, win the year, and enjoy your Friday.